Hello students, I am going to continue the chapter Mathematical Logic of 12th standard, and the concept is quantifiers and quantified statements. So let us start with the example. So if I are given the statement P, that is there exist, just I am going to underline the word that is there exist. So there exists an even number in the set of natural numbers, and the second statement that is Q is all natural numbers are positive. So in above both the statements, there is a condition for some or all objects in a collection word, that is there exist, and for all. So these are called as the quantifiers. Means in the example, if we see the words like this one, that is there exist and for all, then you have to know that these are the quantifier statements. So there exist is called as the existential quantifier. If in the statement there is a word that is there exist, then this statement is called as the existential quantifier. Now in these two statements, P statement is the existential quantifier and it is denoted by the symbol like this one. And the next one, that is for all. For all is called as a universal quantifier. Now in the second statement, that is for all natural numbers, that is all natural numbers are positive, means the statement is for all natural numbers, so they are positive. So for all is called as the universal quantifier and is denoted by the symbol like this one. So it is called as a universal quantifier. The statements involving the quantifiers are called as the quantified statements. So every quantified statement corresponds to a collection and a condition. So in statement P, the collection is, that is the set of natural number. So see the first example, that is there exists an even prime number in the set of natural numbers. So there is a collection of, since I read the statement again, in the statement P, the collection is the set of natural numbers and the condition is being a even prime number. A statement quantified by a universal quantifier like this one is true if all the objects in the collection satisfy the condition, and it is false if at least one object in the collection does not satisfy that condition. Just we will taking some examples, then you will get the correct idea of this one. And a statement quantified by the existential quantifier. Existential quantifier means since when the statement starts with, or you see the word that is there exist, then it is called as an existential quantifier. It is true if at least one object in the collection satisfies the condition, and it is false if no object in the collection satisfies the condition. So for example, you are given the collection of the set, that is A is 1 to 7 numbers, and determine the truth value of the following. So how to read it, that is there exists X which belongs to, now you know this symbol you learn in the 9th standard in the chapter of the set, that is there exists X which belongs to A such that X minus 4 is equals to 3. मीन्स इस सेट में ऐसा एक नंबर है जो X A को बिलोंग करता है, और if we put this value instead of X, then we get the answer 3. So we have to find out this number. So the number is 7. So if we put 7 here, we get the answer 3. So for X is equals to 7, X minus 4 is equals to 7 minus 4, that is equals to 3. Hence the X is equals to 7 satisfies the equation X minus 7 is equals to 3, and so the given statement is true and the truth value is T. Now the second one, second example, that is again there exists X which belongs to A such that X plus 8 is equals to 16. Now हमें फिर से जो numbers है वो ढूंढने हैं A में से कि if we put the value in this equation from A, we get the answer 16. So there is no any number there is no any X in A which satisfies the condition, that is X plus 8 is equals to 16. मीन्स कोई भी नंबर अगर हम यहाँ पे डालें तो हमें 16 आंसर नहीं मिलेगा. So the given statement is false, so the truth value is false. Now the next concept is about the dual. So if two statements contain the logical connectives like C, the disjunction, conjunction, and the later, that is T, that is tautology, and the C, that is contradiction, then they are said to be the duals of each other if one of them is obtained from the other by interchanging the disjunction with conjunction and the tautology with contradiction. So if we are given the statement like this one, that is P disjunction Q, its dual is given by P conjunction Q. Next, then the tautology disjunction P, then we can write its dual. So you have to remove this tautology or T with this contradiction, that is C. You have to change the sign, that is disjunction with conjunction, and the P is as it is. Again next one, that is tautology conjunction P. So remove this tautology with contradiction and conjunction by disjunction, and P is as it is. So see, for example, we have to write down the duals of the following example. See the example, that is P disjunction Q conjunction R. Just we have to change the sign, that is disjunction with conjunction and conjunction with disjunction. So P conjunction Q and disjunction R. This is the answer. Now see the next example. So P conjunction negation Q disjunction in bracket P conjunction Q disjunction negation R. Now see the changes. So P, just we have to change the sign, that is conjunction by disjunction, disjunction by conjunction, and tautology by contradiction, and contradiction by tautology. Otherwise there is no any change. So P disjunction, so we remove this conjunction with disjunction. Negation Q is as it is. Instead of writing the disjunction, we have to write down conjunction P conjunction Q. So we write P disjunction Q. This disjunction we remove it by conjunction, and the negation R is as it is. So you can say that is, you can see that is there is no any change in the negation. You have to write down negation is as it is in the duals. Now the most important part, that is the negation of the compound statements. So see the first one, that is negation of conjunction. So the negation of conjunction of two statements is the disjunction of their negations. So you have to keep in mind these formulas. So if we take the negation of the conjunction, so P conjunction Q we get, and we have to take the negation, then see how to write this one. So negation P, just take the opposite of this conjunction, that is disjunction, and negation of Q. It is just like the De Morgan's law in the set chapter. So again I repeat this, that is negation of P conjunction Q is nothing but negation P disjunction negation of Q. You have to just invert this sign. Now the next one, that is the negation of disjunction. The negation of disjunction of two statements is the conjunction of their negations. So negation of P disjunction Q, so just compare these two statements. So we have to write down negation P. Instead of disjunction, we have to write down conjunction and negation Q. See, both these statements are also called as a De Morgan's law. Next one, the negation of negation. So you already know that is the negation of the statement is the statement itself. So negation of negation P is equals to P. Next one, negation of implication. Now these are actually the formulas, so you have to keep in mind. Negation of P conditional Q. So what is the answer? Just we can verify this by using the truth table also. So P conditional Q. So P conjunction negation Q. So this is the formula, this is the answer of this one. So you have to keep in mind. So if we take the negation of P conditional Q, the answer is P conjunction negation Q. Now the next one, that is a negation of biconditional. So actually you can see that is biconditional is the conjunction of the conditional of these two statements. So I write here, that is, so this conditional we can also write like biconditional, we can also write like, that is P conditional Q conjunction Q conditional P. So when we take the conjunction of these two statements, we get this one. Means actually biconditional is the conjunction of the conditional of these two statements. Now we have to take the negation of this one. So you know what is the answer of this one. that is P conditional Q. The negation of P conditional Q is nothing but the P conjunction negation Q. And similarly we can write the answer of this one. So the sign, that is disjunction, we have to write down here, and since there is a negation, so we have to write down the here disjunction. Again, the like this one we can write the answer of this one, that is Q conditional P. We can write Q conjunction negation P. So this is the formula of this one. Now the homework for you, that is you have to prove all these 5 statements using the truth table. So it is a logical equivalence. So make the tables and prove all these 5 statements, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is the homework, that is we have to prove these 5 statements using the truth table. So this is all about the lecture. The next examples we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.